And one. Hello,
Hello.
everyone, and finally welcome back to more Danganronpa.
We have a little bit of a discrepancy on what time it is. Also, my friends, we are witness to a homicide. And it's a fucking bop!
Oh, hey, that is the name of the track.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Most-
one of my favorite tracks for investigating.
The investigations and soundtracks just are so good all across the board of the series. This is the one that is the most iconic for me.
For me, this is just my general favorite in the entire series.
Ding dong bing bong. Under this very table, Byakuya was... First I should investigate the top of the table. Though the only thing on top of this table that really catches my eye is... this desk lamp. It looks like an antique lamp, and it seems rather heavy. The power cord was connected to the outlet, so it would have been useless during the blackout. Other than that, there's nothing else on the table that really stands out to me, so... Now's not the time for me to flinch. I gotta do it. I let out a shout, as if to encourage myself, and quickly looked beneath the table. Immediately, I noticed an unexplainable smell, like rusted iron hanging in the air. What, you never cut yourself, dude? That's blood. And during the stinging pain in the back of my eyes, I slowly shifted my gaze toward Byakuya's body.
To be fair, he's probably never cut himself and had a geyser of blood that spatter out that sat there for like multiple hours.
I haven't either, but I do know what blood smells like.
I also know enough that it's it's much more potent when concentrated.
Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny. He was the kind of guy who said a lot of hurtful things, but he tried his best to lead everyone. Why? Why did he have to end up like this? The only thing I can do right now, for Byakuya's sake, is to uncover the truth behind his death. Oh, whoa? What's this? It looks like binoculars, but why is there a pair of binoculars under the table?
Hey,
Hajime, those aren't binoculars.
Eh? Then what are they?
perhaps...
Those are probably night vision goggles.
Night vision goggles?
I've seen them at the supermarket on this island. They're also stock self-defense kits too.
Oops, sorry if that came through.
It did not. If that's the case, did the killer use these night vision goggles to kill Byakuya during the blackout? Something stuck to the back of the table. Is this duct tape? There seems to be paint applied to the non-sticky side of the duct tape. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? A bloody knife. Is this the weapon that killed Byakuya? Hold on. How'd the killer bring this knife to the dining hall in the first place? Byakuya thoroughly patted down everyone and thoroughly inspected every corner of this old building. And all the confiscated dangerous items were supposed to be placed in that Duralumin case. It's possible they stole this knife from the case, or they hid it somewhere hard to find. Also, there's one more thing about this knife that's strange. There's some kind of paint that's been applied to the hilt. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? The body is
no idea how it.
The body is collapsed,
I have no
face down
idea.
under
Go
the
on.
table. As if
What
he
were
was
you
in the middle
saying?
of attempting something. It looks like he was... According to the Monokuma file, he was repeatedly stabbed between the throat and abdominal region. Repeatedly stabbed. Would one of us really do something so horrible?
What were you saying, Taze?
Forget it. I'm just fucking around with the Twitch chat.
That is a very cute emote.
Yeah, I have no idea how I got that, how I got subscribed to that channel, but I appreciate that emote.
The blood flowing from Byakuya's body formed a huge pool under the table. That's a lot of blood. There's blood spattered everywhere. Even the inner side of the tablecloth is covered in blood. The blood might have splattered all over the place when he got stabbed, but there don't seem to be any drag marks leading from the blood pool. I'm sure I've pretty much investigated what's under the table. Despite the fact that it's just me, I think I'm working pretty hard. Even if it's just a little, I'm sure we're getting close to the truth behind Byakuya's death. That's what I think too, Random.
Oh, right. I should probably pull up the chat because...
Yeah, most likely, but I don't remember ever going to that channel as the thing.
I must investigate my classmate's body. Yes! I'm the one who has the medical knowledge. That's why I need to do it. Somehow.
But before you start, why don't you calm down a bit?
Oh. You're right. I need to calm down first. I'm careless enough as it is.
We don't need another scene that's likely to get me banned from Twitch. That's pretty obvious from how you fell earlier.
I am terribly sorry about that. For showing you something so unsightly. Ah! You made me remember it again.
Are you kidding me?
How embarrassing.
Ask and you shall receive. Whether you want to or not.
Please erase it from your memory.
Even if you ask me, I won't be able to forget it so easily.
Why, Dragon Cat? Because Spike Chunsoft is horny as fuck.
Motherfuck!
That is in fact a bullet. Yep. By the way, I've been meaning to ask. I constantly get people saying that they like my Monokuma voice, and that definitely makes me happy. But I'm kind of curious what people think of the other voices I've been doing so far.
I do like the oh god, Mikami, I think her name, the nurse. Mikan.
Yeah, Mikan.
Such a huge table. There's nothing much out of the ordinary. Okay. But this case looks suspicious. This is the metal case Byakuya had with him. I believe he said it was made of duralumin. Last time I saw it, it was closed, but there are a lot of odd things inside this case, like a nightstick and pepper spray.
Thank you, Taze and Randy. That makes me very happy. I've been working very hard on that one.
A hard plastic case, but it's just the case. The inside is empty. Wonder what was inside. I noticed the shape, and I think I have an idea. The one thing that really catches my attention is this small key. It must be the key to the other duralumin case. The other case was in the office, and all of the collected dangerous items were inside of it. If the key to that duralumin case is right here, then it's unlikely that the murder weapon used to kill Byakuya was taken from that case. Which means the weapons inside that duralumin case aren't related to Byakuya's murder. Even so, I still don't get it. Why did Byakuya have this duralumin case in the first place? A case packed with all this security equipment? Maybe he was being extra cautious just in case? No, that can't be right. That's way too overboard. Could he have known something was going to happen beforehand? And because of that, he went to all this trouble to be extra careful? Alright. Now for my favorite voice of yours. Let's go talk to Gundam.
Yeah.
Oh, hellhound dearing! Answer my call!
Impossible!
Is this effort futile as well?
Hey, are you still looking for that earring you dropped?
You!
It is not a mere earring! It is the hellhound earring!
Fine.
Long ago, in a faraway land, a beast known as the Hellhound was feared by all, even by he who summoned it.
Well, this is certainly random.
The Hellhound tore its way through innumerable battlefields, its fangs glistening with blood. And his drenched, blood-red fur would dry in the howling winds of loneliness. When I finally tamed that diabolic beast, I received an earring to commemorate that event.
Shiver!
The Hellhound earring. So that I may never forget the night I battled that fearsome Pomeranian. I wear that earring at all times.
Was that really about a freaking Pomeranian? I understand it's important to you, but for now, we need to investigate.
I won't let you!
Where is it? Where did it disappear to?
Is it perhaps attached to his arm right now?
That's not the same thing.
Oh. Maybe it fell underneath the floor? The carpet didn't cover the whole floor. It might have fallen through the gaps between the exposed floorboards.
So that's what's transpired. Such a clever little bauble.
Gundam laughed uproariously as he walked toward the wall and pressed his head against the gaps in the floor and peered beneath the floorboards.
I can see it!
Ah, there it is. I have found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit.
I see. Good for you.
Let me ask.
However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Then maybe you should just give up?
What?
Give up what? The world?
I meant give up the earring.
You!
Fool! Have you not realized yet? The world will come to an end if the human race were to lose that earring. You humans are so satisfied with clothing yourselves in layers of false knowledge.
If you flinch, you will die!
But even with all those layers, you still will not survive the winter.
Why am I being scolded?
Fine.
It was foolish of me to rely on you fools. Fine, I shall do something about it on my own. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go save the world.
He wants that earring back by any means necessary. His determination is truly inspiring. But it'd be nice if he actually helped me with the investigation.
Just so y'all know, whenever I'm voicing Gundam in his more intense moments, I just kind of hold my hand out and do an evil claw pose while I'm voicing him.
Mahiru, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine.
What's going on?
Is that what you expected me to say? Because I feel terrible. 1 minute, Byakuya is alive and well, and in an instant, something awful suddenly happens. Of course I'm not fine.
Why?
And not only that, but whoever killed him is among us, right? That
No.
hasn't been determined yet. It's already been determined. You've already accepted it, haven't you?
This is the worst.
That we have to find out who the killer is. Find out which friend killed our friend. I don't like it either, but we won't survive if we don't go through with it. It's not just for yourself. we have to do to protect all of us. If I had only acted calmer during the blackout, Byakuya might still be alive.
This is the worst.
His whole thing would have never happened. Stop blaming yourself. Nothing good will come of it.
Jeez.
Getting cheered up by a boy isn't like me at all.
Got it?
Hey, Hajime, forget about what I just said. Got it? Yeah, that's fine. I got it. Anyway, I won't dwell on it for now. I can't become a burden to everyone. Plus, there might be a clue that only I have access to. A clue?
Hey.
Photos. The one I took just before the blackout, remember? Hey, Byakuya, everyone, come on. I'm gonna take a picture. Alright, say cheese! Oh, yeah, the pictures. Wanna see them? I have a digital camera, so I can show them to you right now. Really? Please. This is exactly what I expected to see in the photograph.
What do you mean?
So I have some theories about who the killer might be, and at the moment, my prime suspect is the chef.
Okay.
Simply because he has the most ability to move about this place. Everyone else, if they left the room, would have been suspicious, and Byakuya would have said something about it. But he had to keep
Okay.
going back to the kitchen. And going into the kitchen also means he has unfettered access to the hallway leading to the area. And as far as Peko Peko guarding the other room, which had the breaker, who's to say he didn't put something in the food?
That's
Let's
also possible.
Let's see. It's this photo.
Hmm.
And this one.
Gundam posing.
I took these two photos right before the blackout, but... Huh? Is something wrong? I didn't realize it until just now, but right before the blackout, Byakuya was standing in a totally different place than where we found him. Oh yeah, I suppose that's also a clue. Wasn't his body under that table with the lamp on top of it? The one underneath the monitor? Prior to that, Byakuya was standing along the wall farthest away from that table. You're right, that's pretty far. There's something. Everyone's standing position before the blackout might be a huge clue. Hey, can you approximate everyone's standing position from these photos? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It'd be hard to understand from the photos alone, so it might be better for me to plot it out. But would that actually provide a clue? I don't know yet, but I feel like it could.
Leave it to me.
Got it. Then leave it to me. That's pretty much the only job I can do anyway. Thank you. Alright, now that that's been decided,
You better do your best.
you better work hard in your investigation too. How much longer are you planning to stand around?
Do you understand?
Do you understand what's going on? You gotta find out how Byakuya died. Yeah, I know, but it's good she's all fired up now, but she's a totally different person now than when she was feeling down.
Well, Mahiru, if it makes you feel any better, in another universe, we got a sponsorship from Wendy's, except not really.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
Hajime. What?
Yeah, it was the Paper Mario stream that was sponsored by Wendy's.
Yes, exactly. Hey,
Da-da.
Hajime, there's something I want to run by you. Before the blackout occurred, Byakuya was in the dining hall with the rest of us, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And if Byakuya's dead body was discovered after the blackout, then don't you think he died during the blackout?
You don't say! Well, now that you mention it,
but
But why was Byakuya's body under a table? Even if the killer tried to hide him, it's not like he would have stayed hidden forever. Isn't it confusing?
you're absolutely right.
It seems finding out what exactly happened during the blackout is key to solving the mystery.
There's no way I'd know. It was so dark during the blackout, I couldn't see a thing.
That's not it.
Although, if seeing was impossible, then there's a possibility someone might have heard something.
Heard something? Are you talking about her? Does Mikon have a
Sure,
second
examine
clue?
I don't think so. I think you should use your examine.
Damn it!
Have you examined the air vent?
No, I have not. A remote-controlled air conditioner. Air conditioner? Could it be?
Hey, all of you. Why can't you act a little more grown up? What was that sound just now?
God damn it, random. The air conditioner is probably the only machine inside this room. And the air conditioner
It's
is
not
remote
like
control.
it's not like I think you're sussy, baka.
The timer is set to 11:30 p.m. I'm pretty sure Byakuya's time of death was around the same time. If so, that means that mechanical sound from before the blackout, it probably came from this air conditioner. My flashes of inspiration are as bad as I thought. Now then, where else should I investigate?
Hajime.
A moment. Hello there.
Hello there. What is it?
Hey,
When we're finished with the investigation here, would you like to hear what everyone has to say together? If I go by myself, some people might not talk to me out of caution.
Well, we've been told that one of us is a killer. It can't be helped if everyone's on edge right now. But why me?
You're easy to talk to. I feel like you have a sense similar to mine. Again with the sense.
Yeah. Jeez. Had enough of it with hearing about Koopy Coot sniffing Coops' jorts. We both harbor...
God damn it!
We both harbor special feelings towards Cope's Peak Academy. Isn't that right?
Well, yeah, but... Fine. If we're going together, let's get on with it. There's no time for idle chit-chat.
thanks.
I'm glad. You'll be a great help.
Special feelings, huh? Even so, what he said about us being similar, I don't think I agree.
Now then.
I guess for now, we should search the insides of this old building and listen to what the others have to say. Not just the dining hall. I think we should consider this whole building the scene of the crime. After all, the blackout that took place at the time would have happened throughout this entire building.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, first off... Oh, hello there.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
It is strange, no?
It appears that only this wall is a different color and material. Why is that?
Perhaps.
Oh, it's
Oh,
probably
it's-
a fire door.
That was Nagito, but okay.
Oh,
Fire door?
There you go.
you've never seen one before?
It's a door that shuts to keep fire from spreading by containing it. If that happens, you can run away, right?
Wow!
I see. It is like a barrier. Just like lining up plastic bottles around the house.
What?
That's only done to keep cats from getting in.
You know about keeping cats from getting inside, but you don't know about fire doors?
So, I have never heard of that either.
Neither have
ashamed.
I.
Truly, I am culturally ignorant. I am ashamed of myself.
Okay.
Also, confession time. This entire investigation, I've just been sitting here dancing in my chair.
I've noticed you singing along.
This track is very good. The only reason why it isn't my outright favorite is because the next game's
I want that.
investigation theme
I want
was
that. I want that big meat on the bone. Isn't it amazing? That the meat is so big, even I was shocked.
Well, guess
It's a
that's
dish-
about it.
It's a dish fit for a tropical island. I'd never be able to get meat like this in Aoyama or Azabu. I'd never be able to get meat like this in my hometown, much less Aoyama or Azabu. I get it, you don't have to repeat yourself. But it's so big. Where did you get it?
Yes, Teru Teru. Please tell us where you got your big, throbbing, moist meat.
I don't want to hear it from him. I hate him. I asked Nekomaru. Apparently, he killed the cow at the ranch with his bare hands and brought it over. His bare hands?
That's a little hard to believe, but it doesn't seem completely possible either. Impossible. Those hands of his, they look like they specialize in punching things.
I wouldn't want to get punched by those hands.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, Nekomaru's so wild, he's totally right at home in a country setting. I'm so jealous. My my hometown is near Aoyama and Azabu, so wild country things like that, they slip my mind a lot, you know?
Man,
Well, I guess this meat has gone to waste, since this awfulness happened right when the party started.
I'll eat it.
The only ones who ate any food were Akane and Peko, who took some portions for herself.
Oh, yeah. Where's Akane?
eh?
Don't say that. After I worked so hard to cook the world's most refined party dishes, only 2 people actually tasted
To
them.
tell you the truth,
Well, it's not like I actually believe it, but if there really is a killer out there, I'll probably never be able to forgive that killer. He's scary when he's mad.
So, apparently, that dish he made, the churrasco, I have seen a video making, like, a big fucking feast from Monster Hunter World, and it is used in that.
Oh, cool.
Well, just from reading through this list, looks like the knife next to Byakuya's body didn't come from the kitchen. Appears to have been brought from outside.
From outside? Then how did the killer get past Byakuya's body check?
that's weird.
Strange, isn't it? I mean, he didn't even go easy on the girls when he was performing the pat-downs.
Also, Randy, can I just say how much I appreciate that this game does not restart the investigation theme every time you get a truth bullet?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god, that was annoying in the first game. If that's the case, they probably brought the knife in advance and hid it somewhere.
Hey,
Still, it's surprising about how much equipment this kitchen has. There are iron plates for barbecuing and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. I need to invest in a portable stove. This is
But-
all stuff
no,
that
this is me.
doesn't...
But this is all stuff
Right.
that doesn't pertain to the murder, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
I agree.
But we're adding it anyway. Hey, were you in the kitchen during the blackout, Teru Teru? That blackout totally startled me. At first I thought it was just in the kitchen, but when I finally managed to get out of the kitchen, the hallway was pitch black too. And then I heard everybody's voices, so I fumbled along the wall and tried to feel my way to the dining hall. But that place was pitch black too. It was like pitch black everywhere. Couldn't you have used the kitchen stove as a light?
no.
That's impossible. This gas stove needs electricity to work, so it was directly affected by the blackout. I see. Then I guess it's not possible. Since you work with fire in the kitchen, I figured you'd be able to use it as a light source or something, but I guess it's not that easy.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Oh, is it a rip where, like, every so often during the track, it just interrupts with a truth bullet? Blah. A truth bullet and then restarts. Nagito, let's get going.
You're right.
Yeah, sure thing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Goodbye, you little pervert.
Hey,
Let's try talking to everyone. It's definitely going to help us out.
Is Akane in here? No. This storage room is really dusty and dark.
well,
My hands were full cleaning the dining hall, so I couldn't even touch this room.
It even has cobwebs. There's no way I could stay in here for a long time. There's a huge piece of cloth randomly shoved in here.
perhaps.
Is it this a tablecloth?
Oh, a tablecloth? Wait, huh? Hold on, there's something on it. Is this a bloodstain?
Huh?
A blood stain?
Come here, take a closer look.
But
It's too dark. I can't really see that clearly.
There's no mistaking it. This is clearly a bloodstain. Which means this tablecloth is connected to Byakuya's murder, right?
well,
That tablecloth has a blood stain on it. Then it's a possibility.
Seriously, it is a bloodstain. Man, I'm getting a lot of level ups.
You get a lot of them really early on.
Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun,
It's an
dun.
awful lot of boxes.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
We don't have time to go through each and every one of them.
I guess I should leave them
Yep.
alone.
Wise decision.
You'll never find that I stashed the real murder weapon in them. Are these irons? It looks like they were recently turned on, but why are there 3 irons on this ironing board?
Just as I thought. Your eyes don't miss a thing. When I was looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I also found these irons. But when I found them, all 3 of them were turned on.
Turned on?
yep.
It'd be bad if another blackout happened, so I turned them off. But doesn't this feel kind of sinister?
Sinister? I prefer menacing.
Hajime,
Hey Hajime, how much longer are you gonna stay in this dark place? You're just wasting your time. Let's move on and investigate other places already.
Ah, I get it. You're right. He really doesn't seem to want me investigating in there. Huh? It's locked.
Someone appears to be inside. Since it's a unisex bathroom, I don't know who is actually in there.
hey!
Is someone in there?
We knocked on the door and tried calling out to whoever was on the other side, but
There's no response. This is going nowhere. I guess we should give up for now and check on it later.
yeah, my assumption is that Peko is in there. Like, I believe my theory is that Peko got drugged early on and stashed in the bathroom. Yeah, you're right. Because I believe we didn't see her after the blackout, did we? Oh,
I don't think she got
Well,
drugged.
there goes that theory. She's standing
Yeah,
right
and besides, Peko grabbed from a communal platter, so if she were drugged, everyone else would have been drugged too.
Well,
That's fair.
no. The only other person who would be drugged was Akane because she's the only other person who ate.
there. Yeah.
Even so, if I were a murderer, I would not count on only 2 people getting to eat.
I don't know. I mean, if everyone else passed out, that'd make it very easy.
Yeah,
Well-
and also very easy to figure out who did it.
True. The old building circuit breaker should be inside this office.
Circuit breaker, huh? Might be related to the blackout.
So, it's better if we check out the circuit breaker first. I think you already got the Monokuma that was in this room.
I believe so.
Just a reminder, there is one left, and you have to find it before the investigation is over.
Yep. That must be this old building's circuit breaker. The blackout probably happened because of this.
I see.
Doesn't look like someone did anything to it. Nothing else looks suspicious either.
The circuit breaker is pretty high up. Even if you use a stepladder, you won't reach it.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's why it's so mysterious. Well, during the blackout, I was panicking so bad I forgot about that. But you're right. Even with a stepladder, there's no way you'd be able to reach that circuit breaker. Which means someone must have reset the breaker after the blackout. But who?
Ta-da! I did it!
Whoa!
Ah! It's here!
Actually, you idiots had no idea what to do about the blackout. So I'm the one who reset the circuit breaker. By the way, I'm not the one who tripped the breaker. The killer did that, of course.
But how did someone as small as you reset the breaker?
Hey, Well, firstly, my eyes work real good at night, so I have no trouble seeing in the dark. And if you want to know how I reached the circuit breaker, my body stretches. You know, I'm very elastic.
You don't say.
I won't be fooled!
Liar!
You know, I had a Stretch Armstrong as a kid. Let's see if you're as stretchy as that.
It's true. I'm serious. Wanna see?
Nagito, you grab one arm, I'll grab the other.
Wanna see a version with Monokuma with his body all stretched out? It's gross. It's grotesque.
Yes.
And yet it cannot be. And yet it cannot possibly be more grotesque than your beta design.
No thanks.
Now I'm curious.
I'll show you in a moment. No thanks. Just imagining it makes me want to puke.
Oh, really? Such a shame. So
Oh,
cool.
Yep, there it is.
Still, don't you think Monokuma's such a nice guy? In a popularity contest, he'd take first place.
I see.
So, all of you, so I had to be inflicted with this, and as a result, so do all of you.
I knew this would happen. Enjoy the horror that is Monokuma's beta design.
I'll check it out later.
You should probably also post it in the chat here, Taze. Just saying.
I know, I will.
It's,
We'll
And,
have talk of other beta designs later.
Anyway,
What the hell? So he's the one who reset the breaker. Well, in that case, I'm convinced. There's no way we'd be able to reach that.
if that's the case, how did the killer trip the circuit breaker with the irons? If they didn't trip it or set it to be tripped. Anyway, Pekka, let's see what you have to say.
I can already tell. You doubt me, correct?
Huh?
However, it does not surprise me. An unexpected blackout occurred, and during that time, Byakuya was killed.
Anyway,
The circuit breaker is in this office. Naturally, I look suspicious since I was supposed to be here.
Wait!
Supposed to be here? Does that mean...
I see.
So I was right. You weren't in the office. But why? Weren't you supposed to guard the circuit breaker and the Duralumin case with all the weapons in it?
Huh?
So, where'd you run off to on your own?
well,
Well, that is...
Pekko suddenly dropped to one knee and started groaning on the spot. Hey, what happened?
No, I am just not feeling too well. I apologize, but excuse me.
What the heck?
Excuse me? What was that?
Hey,
Pekko, it appears the bathroom inside this old building is currently occupied, so... I recommend either the hotel lobby or your cottage.
Huh?
It seems like it will be a tough path.
With cold sweat dripping from her forehead, Pekko wobbled out of the office. What happened to her?
It's kinda hard for me to say it myself. I already feel bad enough for Pekko as it is.
What does that mean? Hajime, you dumbass.
huh?
I mean, is it cool? She didn't, like, run away or something?
That's right!
'Cause if she ran away, she's obviously the killer. I'm almost positive.
Is that really what it is? This remote control is for the office's air conditioner. Huh? The timer here is set to 11:30 p.m. Wasn't the timer for the air conditioner in the dining hall also set for that time? It can't be a coincidence, right? This Duralumin case. It should contain all the dangerous items Byakuya collected.
Hey,
Maybe we should check inside, just to be safe.
But it's locked.
yep.
Byakuya had the key to this particular Duralumin case with him. Check it out. I brought it here with me, so there's no need to worry.
Hey, is it okay to take that key without permission? Oh my god, Hajime, who's he gonna ask permission from? The dead guy?
Now.
It's forbidden to tamper with the crime scene, but if we don't, we can't check inside this case, right? So I should open it.
This guy, he doesn't feel any remorse.
See?
See? It's open. That's
Forks,
you.
kitchen knives, iron skewers, and various tools are crammed inside. But it's not possible that the Oh, you.
But it's not possible that the killer took anything from here. Because the key to this case was inside the case Byakuya had with him.
I guess you're right about that. Is this the desk the staff use for busy work? There's nothing in particular that catches my eye. Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Hey, isn't Peko the killer?
Why do you think that?
I mean,
Well, she wandered off somewhere, even though she was supposed to be in the office. When we were looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I went to the office right away, but when I got here, she was gone.
well.
I shouldn't say this too loudly, or else Miss Sonia will yell at me. Peko's probably the one who tripped the circuit breaker and used the blackout to her advantage to kill Byakuya.
Hey,
And don't you think she looks kind of ruthless too? Like an assassin, right?
Well, it's not like you look any better.
now then.
I guess we're done with the office, don't you think so?
We should get going now. Oh. What
There
have I not-
is... I think there's someone in the hall that you haven't talked to yet.
Oh! How did I not see you?
I snuck up on
I
you.
see.
Apparently, a great man once said investigations should be done on foot.
Yes.
So, that's why I'm also using my feet. I'm just walking around for no particular reason.
Well, if there's no reason, there's no meaning.
Hey,
Hey Hajime, I just realized something. Did she, by any chance, know what happened during the blackout?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Are you serious?
How'd you know?
So you did hear us, even though Hajime and I were talking pretty softly just now.
Not only do I have a perfect face, style, and personality, but I also have perfect ears.
I see. If your hearing is so good, maybe you heard what actually happened during the blackout.
hey,
The blackout happened. You could hear everybody's voice throughout the dining hall, right? We couldn't tell. You would have to be able to make out who's who, right?
Just leave it to Ibuki. It'll be as fried rice with gravy.
You know, I imagine that was probably meant to sound disgusting, but I kind of want to try that.
Yeah, I
Huh?
know.
Oh, heartily eat it for breakfast.
I see.
Oh, hi, Con.
Oh, you mean like easy as pie, except eating fried rice with gravy for breakfast is kind of heavy.
Any fried rice that isn't fried rice with gravy is so wrong.
She should make a metaphor with a more common type of fried rice, like egg fried rice or lettuce fried rice. Right, that's you.
Anyway, can you tell us what you heard?
I've got it. Leave it to me. I'ma take a bite out of you.
Yep.
If you tell us, I'll let you bite Hajime later.
Stop it. What if she takes you seriously?
Aww.
Let's see. The first person who raised their voice during the blackout was... That's right. It was Mahiru.
It's a blackout.
Next was Kazumichi's voice. And then the next voice was mine.
Hey, I can't see anything.
It's pitch black. My future is pitch black.
What a nice remark I made. It's to the point and has its own unique charm.
Just continue.
Then there were more voices, one after the other.
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm and situation like this. Ah! Don't step on my feet!
Okay, so that was the moon brat.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Byakuya was still alive at that point.
This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Alrighties, that's pretty much it. Aren't I awesome? Praise me! Praise me! Give me lots of praise.
I'll give you all the praise. I heard you the first time. Seriously, don't get any closer. Hey, Nakito, say something to her. Hey, did something happen?
No, I was just thinking about what Byakuya said during the blackout.
What Byakuya said?
Hey,
Why did he say something like that? Rather, why was he able to say that? What the hell? What's going on here? And this is...
What do you mean?
About that. Why don't we discuss it after we've investigated a little more? For now, I can't really say anything for certain.
Well, it's not like I really care.
yep.
Anyway, don't you think Ibuki's account just now is an important clue that'll lead us to the truth?
Yahoo!
Then praise me! Let me bite ya!
Why are you really biting me?
She is so fucking weird, I love her.
I love her so much.
Yep.
Wait until you hear her perform music. It is a thing of awesomeness.
Spoilers.
Okay, looks like you've pretty much finished looking around the old building.
Hey,
So how about we check out Byakuya's cottage?
Byakuya's cottage?
yep.
There might be clues there, so I thought it'd be good to check it out just in case. But I was scared I might encounter some danger if I went there by myself.
Well, I don't really mind going there together, but aren't you worried about the possibility that I might be that danger?
Hey,
You mean, am I worried about you being the killer? To be honest, I don't think you're the killer. In fact, I can't even imagine it. It's like, instead of living with doubts in others, it's so much better to die believing in others.
Don't talk like that. We're doing this so we can live, you know?
I see.
As I thought, you sure are strong. You are definitely the chosen one. Chosen by Hope's Peak Academy.
You have that protagonist to main character energy.
All right.
Alright then, let's get going to Byakuya's cottage.
Yeah. I don't know why, but every time we talk, I don't really know how I'm supposed to react. The moment I left the old building, there was a strange scene unfolding before me.
Hey, what are you doing?
What am I doing, you say? Ha! Now that is truly a foolish question.
We're just checking to see if we can get under the floor from here.
Under the floor? Why?
Who said it was futile? Who decided it was impossible? How did you know I cannot recover my earring?
If it is possible to get under the floor, it'll change our understanding of the murder, I think. So I thought it was important to check it.
I see.
Under the floor, huh? I never considered thinking of it like that.
What do you mean?
See?
Come on, think about it.
Hey,
The carpet I laid didn't reach the table where we found Byakuya's body, right? And the dining hall floor had huge gaps between the floorboards.
Then, is it possible that the killer killed Byakuya by stabbing him from beneath the floor?
Yep.
That's what I thought, bud. So I tried to see if we can get under it from here.
Suk, maybe a bit louder with Chiaki.
Okay.
Well,
I guess it's not possible to get under the floor from outside. The building is surrounded by firm fences, so there's no way to sneak under the floor from there.
But
Even so, couldn't find a way to get under the floor from inside the building either.
do you think there's a possibility that there's a hidden hole somewhere?
well,
No, that's not possible.
Are you sure?
At any rate, it seems you can't get under the floor from outside the building. That's a relief.
Relief? Why?
Because if you could get under the floor from the outside, there'd only be one logical suspect. The only person who didn't come to the party, and also doesn't have an alibi.
Oh, right, Fuyuhiko.
So,
I suspected him too. That's why I was checking to see if it's possible to get under the floor from outside.
well,
Speaking of which, not long after I began guarding the entrance, Fuyuhiko came here.
Huh? He did?
huh?
Huh? What happened, Fuyuhiko?
huh?
Oh, hey! What are you doing here? All alone at a place like this?
Yep.
I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside.
How diligent of you.
Hey, hey.
You're not coming to the party?
What are you saying?
Hell no. God damn it, I'm trying to find my voice for Fuyuhiko, and it is so hard. Give me 1 second.
I totally
Hell-
get ya.
Hell no, not even if you paid me. Parties are stupid. They make me want to puke.
You want to come to the party, right? Isn't that why you came here?
You...
Of course not! I was just going for a damn walk! What? Do I have to report to you every time I want to go for a fucking walk?
Aw, someone's being tsundere.
That's wrong.
No, it's not like that, but
Then leave me alone.
If I may make a suggestion, Taze, try for a mini Majima.
Then leave. Oh, Goro Majima, like Yakuza?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, but the problem is when I think Majima, all I think of is Kiryu-chan! And that's not Fuyuhiko.
and then he just left.
So that happened, but why did he come here?
See?
He probably wants to be a part of the group, but can't be honest about it. He believes he's different from everyone else. That's why he's always alone.
Hey, hey.
He's like the main character of an RPG. Have you played this before?
Huh? When did we
Yes.
start talking about
Almost
video games?
exclusively. Yes, Chiaki, almost exclusively.
I see.
Even though we don't really know what he's thinking, I don't think we have any reason to doubt him.
I'm glad.
That's a relief. I'm glad.
You keep saying you're glad, but we have no idea who the killer is.
Well, I guess for now, we should stick to the plan and head over to Byakuya's cottage.
Aha!
As long as the probability is greater than 0, that will suffice.
I have not unleashed even
I will-
half of my power yet.
I will most assuredly reclaim the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands!
I wonder if he could train one of his gerbils to go do it.
Hamsters.
Hamsters. It seems he has no intention of investigating.
But yeah, I totally get what you're saying, Taze. I've been enjoying voicing all of the characters that I get to, even the ones I don't normally voice. But I can't pin down a voice for Nagito. It's a bit difficult voicing him for me. I'm
I've
gonna
been
keep trying until I get something.
I've been going back and forth a little bit with Hajime as well. Like, part of me really wants to do a voice that is sort of like Sora-ish. But the problem is I'm also voicing Wendy's mascot. And unfortunately, my female vocal range isn't that high. And so I feel like I have to voice Hajime a bit lower so that when the two of them are talking, they don't sound quite as similar.
Huh?
What the hell? Didn't I tell you to leave me alone?
That's not happening. Didn't you hear Monokuma's announcement?
Of course I did. Apparently, Byakuya's the one who got killed. So what?
What did you say?
Do you think I'm the killer? Think whatever you want. I'm used to being mistrusted.
That's not why I'm... Whatever. Just tell me what you were doing while everyone else was at the party.
Huh?
Checking my alibi, eh? Well, I don't have one. I was just chilling in my cottage all by myself during that time.
The whole time? Because Chiaki said she saw you in front of the old building.
Shut up!
Nosy bitch!
Jeez.
It's true, I went for a little walk, and then, just by chance, I ended up passing by the old building.
Were you really going for a walk? Don't tell me you were actually trying to join the party.
Don't fuck with me!
Well, why the hell would I do that? It's a coincidence! A coincidence!
Alright, I get it.
Dumbass.
Okay.
I got it! Mini Kuze.
Kuze...
Yakuza 0.
Still drawing a blank. It's been a little while since I played that game.
The guy who rode up to Kiryu on a motorcycle in the sewers that just will not stop accosting him.
Oh! So, generic, Yakuza voice. Dumbass!
It's locked.
Hey,
I guess we need to ask him for help.
And so, Nagito took a deep breath.
hey!
Monokuma!
Did you call me? Yay! I'm here.
Nagito, when did you train Monokuma?
Hey,
Hey, Monokuma, I was wondering if you could do us a favor. There's something we want to investigate.
What's this? Hey, who are you talking to? That's just my after image. When I get serious, my after image is unleashed. What? I can even play soccer by myself as long as I have this cloning technique. Though it'd be boring to play alone.
I don't have time for this. Just hurry up and open Byakuya's cottage already.
well,
This is for the class trial. It's something we really need.
For the class trial?
This is troubling.
If it's for the class trial, there's no way I can refuse. Now then, there's only one spell that can open these doors.
Fireball, 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 fireball.
Loose! I'll leave the rest to you.
See? I've unlocked the door. Now you can investigate to your heart's content.
Monokuma, I am disappointed in you. But why does it open with a magic spell?
jeez.
It's probably powered by electricity. At any rate, that performance was a waste of time.
I see. I guess we should go inside then.
You're right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Time to check Byakuya's cottage from head to toe.
Yep, because I imagine the last Monokuma doll is in here somewhere. Yep.
Okay, so I got something to say. I am so glad that when you went to look around to see Byakuya's room the first time, you didn't look around too much. because it would still be there, and that would tip you off that he was either going to die or be the killer.
Huh. An envelope. There's an envelope on the table. Is it a letter someone sent to Byakuya?
That's weird.
There's no sender. That looks pretty suspicious.
Hajime,
You should check what's inside.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Huh? Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. This is...
this is...
Is this a crime warning? No, it says, be careful. It's probably a threatening letter.
Regardless, who would send something like this?
Maybe
Hey,
this is why Byakuya suddenly decided to throw a party.
Huh?
The first kill will happen tonight. If someone made this threat to Byakuya, he gathered everyone in one area. I was extremely cautious about all the dangerous items. He was trying to create a scenario in which everyone could monitor each other. He thought if he did that, nobody would be able to kill anyone.
So, he believed this crazy letter?
but...
He couldn't ignore the possibility of this happening, even if it was just a worst-case scenario.
Hey,
Remember what Byakuya kept saying? He said how he wouldn't let anyone become a victim?
He couldn't overlook that slim possibility just to keep his promise? Then why did he keep it a secret if he had just told us?
nope.
He probably couldn't. He probably thought that was also a worst-case scenario.
What do you mean?
Everyone knew it was in this letter, whether it's a lie or not. Everyone would have likely begun to doubt each other. At that point, there'd be no turning back.
So, Byakuya tried to do something about this all by himself without telling anyone?
Yep.
Strong sense of responsibility. It's the only explanation I can think of.
Anyway, whoever sent Byakuya this letter also killed him. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
No, this could be a prank. It might have nothing to do with Byakuya's death at all.
What was that? He suddenly became really quiet. I see. He doesn't want to believe one of us could be a killer. But still, I've come all the way here, and it's the only thing I can think of. The person who wrote this letter murdered Byakuya. If that's the case, that person completely predicted how Byakuya would react once he received it, right? They planned to manipulate Byakuya and killed him right before our eyes in that old building. Who the hell would do that?
Hey,
Hajime, there's probably not much time left until the class trial starts.
Probably.
Which reminds me, you asked Mahiru for a favor earlier, right?
Yeah, I wanted her to find out where everyone was standing just before the blackout. She's probably finished by now. You're coming with me, right?
sorry.
Sorry, that's all you.
Huh?
I need some time alone. I'd like some time to collect my thoughts.
I see. I understand.
Hey,
Also, you're going back to the old building. You should hear what Mikon has to say as well. I think the results of her autopsy should be ready by now.
bye now.
See you later.
He was pretty pale. I wonder if he's okay. But now's not the time for me to worry about Nagito. There isn't much time left. Better hurry over to the old building.
Given that there's a bit over 45 minutes left, I'd say we should start the trial a little bit.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
Oh, hey! There's a new face. What you doing?
Too cruel. This is just too cruel.
Oh yeah, I might as well ask her about the old building's windows. Hey, do you have a sec? I want to ask you something.
I don't wanna help you guys mistrust your friends.
What the hell? It's not like we're doing this because we want to. No, now's not the time to fight about stuff like that. More importantly, do you know why the old building's windows are covered by iron plates?
Huh? Iron plates? I covered them up so nobody would makes the mistake of going inside, since it's dangerous because of the renovation.
I see, the renovation. So that's why you covered them up.
Because it's dangerous to go inside. Danger isn't supposed to exist on this island. This isn't how it was supposed to be. But why did it get like this? It's cruel. Too cruel.
Just because it's cruel doesn't mean you can just keep crying like that. Crying won't solve anything. We have to do this no matter what, damn it. I started that line with absolutely the wrong tone. Hi, Gundam. What the hell was that loud voice just now?
That wasn't Gundam.
Oh wait, I think I know who it is. The bathroom seems to be open. I don't really need to go right now. There's really no need for me to go inside. You finally got the bathroom to work.
Huh? I feel so lighthearted. Hey, Nicomaru Nidai have been reborn! I have no intention of losing anymore!
Losing to who?
Oh! I won't lose to anyone. Not even to my past self!
That sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about?
Shit! Shit!
When you yell like that, you cut out.
I know. I saw. Anyway.
What?
I don't know who was behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start.
Now that you mention it, you said something like that shortly after the party started.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all. Sheesh. However, if you think I'd be angered by something like that, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience. Oh. Do all and achieve all, with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. Fool! In other words, a leader must never falter in any situation, but always have the presence of one's mind.
He says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by that whole ordeal. Oh well, best not to go into it. Anyway, so you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout?
So what I mean is...
And the bathroom was finally unoccupied after Byakuya's body was found. That's about how long that lasted.
What he said sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember it just in case. Okay, you two probably have nothing new to say. Alright.
Hey!
Hey, you're here! Where the hell did you wander off to? I wasn't wandering, I was investigating as much as I could. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So, did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey.
Well, just take a look at this. Just as you told me, using the 2 photos I took before the blackout, I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did, this diagram was the result. So, this is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. I've made this diagram from analyzing those photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. It's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. We've seen he's damn fast, though. Huh? What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's the desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it, just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp? If that cord is extended from the table where Byakuya was killed, that means...
Hey,
So, did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling that it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste at all.
Huh?
It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue is hidden there. An extremely important clue. Well, now I have to check this out. That's the same lines as before. Oh, come on. I can't check the
Can't
cord.
examine the lamp. No.
Okay.
If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit of what I want to say.
Did you find out anything?
I tried, within reason, to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body. Well... And I discovered that there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds. Deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It can be assumed that a very thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to...
Diameter, not width.
stab him over and over again. Just like...
Hey, are you okay?
Sorry! Talking about it made me sad!
No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you wanted to say.
I'm sorry.
Still, around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl.
Alrighty, guys! It's finally time! That's right! It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it. That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon!
A mountain with a carving of Monokuma's face at the central island? Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
Yep.
I can't believe you desecrated the sacred ground.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
Hey, what the heck is that mountain? When did that get there?
Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma?
No way.
That story. The story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all of this.
You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge.
I still can't believe he's dead.
Blah, 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 blah.
It appears they aren't here yet. I got it!
Ah, I know. They probably ran away.
No way!
Aw, hell nah! There's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me!
Telling you! I'm telling. Ugh, fuck! I'm telling you! Let me go!
Hey, come on now.
Hey now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Oh my.
Hey,
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
You. How can you say something so irresponsible?
do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
Mahiru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko.
No mess.
And I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened,
I
sinner?
am right here.
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to.
Oh god, don't tell me that Gundam buys into that PC and PC bullshit.
Huh?
Hey,
It seems you noticed it too.
If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
All right, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait! Please, wait a second.
What's this?
My, mon ami. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You
Do
masochistic
you
mascot.
want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service.
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later.
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? Metal Gear. What the? Something's shaking.
This is dangerous! Everyone, please get down!
Yep, the secret entrance is via Monokuma.
Something came out!
No way.
Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazi is trembling with fear.
Oh god, and he named his hamster
No.
Maga too.
No, it's supposed to be magazine, you fiend.
Don't care.
I will
I
say.
am now headcanoning Gundam
No,
into
no.
into
Do
a trumper.
No, do not. I like Gundam. I want to keep liking him. Let's not make him unlikable. Although I will say with that line, what was going through my head was, even Speedwagon is afraid.
That's more in character for him.
Yes. That's so totally suspicious.
Hey!
Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already.
Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway.
Nope, we still have screen time
Like-
left.
Not even remotely.
No way!
There's no way. There's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid!
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it.
If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Can't help but notice that Teru here seemed extra afraid about us finding the killer.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game.
Come on, Chiaki, cheer up. This is only Chapter 1. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the elevator carried me.
Head empty. Only murder.
And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock. Oh, I thought it was about to blast off.
Nope, it's an elevator.
This is an elevator. I see. This entire rock is an elevator.
Once again, Monokuma doing what he is doing when
However.
he pleases.
However, what?
Still a bit quiet, Sook.
Okay. However, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep.
You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. Teeth. You ever get so hungry you just eat your own teeth?
No.
There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending, and then the elevator doors slowly opened.
Welcome! Okay, welcome! Ta-da! This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you?
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty-looking place like this.
Don't fuck with me!
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole!
Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written.
Looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we needed to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got
Remember
murdered.
how I said there was something that would replace the deadly bullshit? It's this now.
The person who did it is among us? I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible. Because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Yes, I would like to
Let's
save.
go.
Alright. Let's set some skills. Okay, I've got 18 freaking skill points to use.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Steady's my aim.
Always good.
Damage to the appointment. Block on the 2 statements. And as I thought,
Can't
I've got...
put anything else.
Yeah, I literally have nothing else. As I thought, I have enough skills to do everything.
Let's go!
The blue hue of our vacation is now crimson red. Is the killer really one of us? Or is it someone else? The class trial starts now.
Yes, I did let Earth know that the class trials are
Now
much
then,
longer.
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
He said it! He said it!
No.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No. Thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment.
Tutorial-chan, welcome back.
I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the vehicle and fire with the button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button under these arguments, you can review the controls.
I'm sorry for laughing just your delivery there.
Knife?
Okay.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body.
I have
They
not
tried to
Dragon
delay
Cat.
its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
Okay, so there's only one thing to refute.
I've actually never heard of
Why
that
was
before.
Byakuya's body?
Let's see. Right bumpers, concentrate, select.
In a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the...
After the killer murdered they probably moved the body.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere,
There was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
She's such a goddamn gremlin.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
I wonder if maybe he was trying to go for the knife.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Oh, I think I've got an idea. There was the glow-in-the-dark paint around the knife that was under the table. Byakuya probably put on the night vision goggles from the chest, because we found the empty case in there. But nevertheless, probably didn't need it anyway, to saw the knife, and it was bait to lure him over there? Maybe? The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably...
I can prove it with this! It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
From this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there are, there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. Yep, it's exactly the same as in the previous game. If you get it wrong, your influence gauge will take damage. Rely on your logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Yep. I'm familiar with this.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food! Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer.
It's true, getting under that table during the blackout would have been nearly impossible, but...
I'm sure Byakuya during the black...
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer.
But it was super... It was so dark I couldn't see my... Byakuya couldn't see in the...
No, that's wrong! No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have seen what was happening.
So...
Are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
What? The fuck?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Yes, I was surprised. That's new. When this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to pause here.
Yes.
There is a mechanic with these that it does not get explained at all, and knowing about it is actually crucial because there is a point fairly early on where if you don't know about it, you will get stuck.
Okay.
And that mechanic is that if you cut in alternating directions, you do bonus damage to the opponent's statements. So like if you have a horizontal statement, you cut up and then down and then up and down, and it does more damage to the statements.
Okay. Alright. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. Bottom right-hand corner of the screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. That is this number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness, even if you miss, so please be careful. And when the use skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. Truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? Okay.
Yeah, there was one point where I got stuck because I didn't know about this, and there's a point where you literally do not have enough sharpness to refute all of the opponent's statements unless you cut in alternating directions.
Okay, okay.
It was kind of annoying.
The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planted. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh.
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Ah, damn that pun.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about
Tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
Thank you, Moon Girl, you get me. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic.
I
Why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
almost wanted you to answer tonight's main dish just to see what would have happened.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Nagito, you know for sure certain this was true.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Nagito.
I think he was just setting up a softball for you, to lob at you.
I can prove it with this! Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Oh, hey. I'm exactly the same.
Those are still lies!
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because
I know, right,
of the
Dragon
letter.
Cat?
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that you...
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No. The killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. The glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers? I am not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But
Yeah,
with
Hyoko's
Peko's
is
height,
just great.
I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. Oh! Okay, so now they have a system for that. I'm glad. Yep. That was so annoying in Danganronpa 2, where it was like, am I trying to refute something, or am I trying to support something?
Do you mean Danganronpa 1?
What did I say?
You said Danganronpa 2.
Damn it. I meant 1. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. Good luck!
Yeah, that one addition makes these trials a lot more interesting.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Just from listening to Peko's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her. I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the—
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that. No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all!
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started, and it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be... true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier!
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Oh my god.
What is your fucking problem?
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to... Seriously, stop it.
Thank you, Hajime. I'd like to think that how the voice acting went is exactly how it went.
Yes.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
Ah, so he's having the same idea I did.
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence, or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically.
Well, we already went over this, didn't we?
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
That's your sole reason?
I mean, someone who has who takes that much pride in their cooking would consider that to be a solid alibi.
I am pretty picky about how I cook my food, so for once, and I cannot believe I am saying this, I agree with Taru.
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't
I
do
think you
anything
actually
like
have
that.
the right thinking.
Laxatives would ruin the taste.
No. Damn it.
Crap.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Like, this is the
Just
only
a little
truth
bit
bullet
from the
that seems
dining
to
hall.
work.
There might have been
I
some
think-
laxatives in it, don't...
No, that's
Yeah.
wrong.
Right, I'm refuting. Right, that makes sense.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Cease this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the one that it is.
breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank. Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote...
They probably...
It does not have to be. They may have tampered with the power supply.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that.
Consent!
Wait, have I been 2 for 2 on agreeing with Wendy's mascot?
It's just as Mahiru said.
No, the first one
the
was
blackout
Pekka.
was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
Is it just me, or are those like oddly 90s CGI?
Yeah, it kinda is.
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool! Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
The first trial
The irons
goes
in the
hard
storage
with the
caused
new
the black, and
mechanics.
for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
I can't back down!
What?
Yeah, you
The
really
irons in
gotta
the storage
bash.
room. Then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage? Then that means everyone who, when the blackout occurred, can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
I mean, for what it's worth,
The
Dragon
people in the
Cat,
dining hall weren't able to if the irons caused the
Monomi
blackout, then the
did,
killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the
very
iron.
strongly say
Now
that
do you intend to take back
the building
what you
was
said?
old and under renovation.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able. If the irons caused the blackout, then the killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
I really fucked up there.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to. If the irons caused the blackout.
Was that it?
Allow me to cut through those words!
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
What? It's a fun word. Indubitably.
Exactly.
Regarding the energy
Indubitably.
usage, they
Indubitably.
probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even
It's
so,
also fun to
feel
type.
regret. If I was
Like,
in
seriously,
the
give it a
office,
try.
I could have reset the
It's
breaker
already
in
dead.
time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
I think Pecco's actually the only one who could reach it. She has a prop.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Well, now I'm super distrustful of you.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this,
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think.
Did you say something?
'Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on glow from the paint in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
I did notice Nagito was closest to the table. Just as I thought. This diagram is the clue. Who the killer is, and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark.
Here! The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this! They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
The power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Who?
The only person here who could have possibly done it
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen.
To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen?
Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay?
And he is the ultimate lucky student.
Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something!
Are you ready to see why people are conflicted over Nagito?
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! Ah, how wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
He is fucking nuts!
At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
Oh, we're not gonna do a cool comic book sequence. Damn it, Nagito, you robbed me of this!
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But
a little
I
is an
never
understatement.
expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
What the fuck, Sonia?
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
But yes, there is a lot of discourse. And I will leave it at that until we finish this game.
Is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think, somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then, how about that old-looking building right near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health.
In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions. It was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is ultimate baby face.
I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
That is the other part of why Nagito is. There is discourse surrounding him. When when people say that he is the ultimate lucky student, they don't mean that he won the lottery, like in Danganronpa 1. They mean that he is literally lucky, the ultimate lucky student.
He has What?
Go on.
Nagito has a certain nickname by people in the Danganronpa community. And what I regularly refer to him as, too, the ultimate bullshit.
It's
He
not
literally
just luck.
yeah.
It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Huh? I'm left with the red mark? Alright.
For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed? Oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter.
Alternatively,
that was my
ultimate
only
hope
motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Yeah, Ibuki must be having a terrible time because she's standing right next to him.
So is Mikon!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
The stab wounds.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke. I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
Gundam is so extra. I love it.
It's so fantastic.
Okay, so this is where I use the silencer.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I don't have the silencer yet, apparently. I mean, I can still try.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
So, Dragon Cat, he cannot
already
repel
confessed.
bullets like Fortune. No. He can,
That bastard
have
Nagito
a
is the one who
pocketbook
did it.
in his,
He killed
breast
Byakuya
pocket
with the knife he hid.
that, blocks the bullet, however. That he just happened to pick up.
Skanky bitch!
That he just happened to
prepare
find on
to
the ground
cast our
and pick
votes.
up while he was walking to the scene of battle.
And happened to be in the exact spot he got shot in.
Exactly.
I think
The killer is so obvious.
he has already
That bastard Nagito, he killed Byakuya with the knife.
No, that's wrong! That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
The hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter?
Oh.
That's like
Fuck
way
me.
skinnier than a knife.
Let me repeat
That better be
then,
true.
Dragon Cat.
If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Nagito cannot repel bullets like Fortune. However, if he gets shot, then it would get blocked by a pocket.
By something he picked up that he just happened to have in the spot where he got shot.
Yeah, and they just happened to find it on the ground while he was walking into the scene of battle.
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off. What happened during the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
No, Akane would be like, there's steak?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark.
I can prove it with this! Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For reals?
Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
They really love this scene.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck. You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife, but Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife, and he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No. There's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. I look really constipated in this shot.
We are at the halfway point now.
Okay.
And I believe it gives us
Well,
an
now.
opportunity to save.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you.
Huh?
What's this? To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess
Butter.
right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion?
I'm guessing wrong. I want the butter.
Mondo butter.
Of course! For those of you who don't know the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do it.
Just
Motherfuck!
kidding. You can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
I didn't want it anyway, you dumbass.
You're so evil!
Villain! You truly are a villain!
Get back here with my butter.
I'm Mon Ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
Unfortunately,
You know,
Mon
that's
Ami, you're gonna have to wait a week.
Unfortunately, Monami, isn't that a sign of a heart attack? Like, shouldn't you go to a doctor for that?
I do love this
But
thing.
yes,
though.
it's good. But yeah, there's the actual reason why Byakuya died first is because somebody else took up his role.
Yep.
And now you know why I wanted to voice Nagito.
I can see that.
Also,
but yes, we will be concluding this trial next week. Any other last comments before we end for the night?
We are in for a wild fucking ride. Buckle up, motherfuckers.
And I will have some fun trivia to share with you next time.
Looking forward to it. It will still be at this later time. I guess this is just going to be how it is going forward.
Oh, also, one last bit of trivia I do have to share before we end. The reason why you wanted to do a free time event with Nagito before the first trial is because if you don't, Hajime is too freaked out by him to spend time with him after the trial. For obvious reasons. So if you don't spend time with him before the first trial, you're just locked out of his spend time events for the entire rest of the game. And it's kind of bullshit.
Just go and confirm that he's not the killer, why don't you?
Well, I mean, that's been confirmed at this point.
It has been. It has been. I was just giving you shit.
What happens if you try and spend time with him, if you didn't do it before he goes to cleaning? He maniacally laughs, and Hajime is just like, there's no fucking way I can spend time with this nutcase.
Yeah, it's, he's kind of bad.
But, since I've already spent time with him, does that mean I can do help?
Yes!
What the fuck?
You can still try and get to spend time with him.
Alright. But with that, we will go ahead and end it for now. Thank you all for showing up, and I shall see you all next week. Except for those of you tuning in for Paper Mario as well, who I will see on... What?
Wait.
Don't forget to save, please.
I mean, you just did.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay.
Yeah, right at the animation.
Sayonara, bitches!
Bye.
Alright, see you all Thursday or next week. Have a good night.